Hello, hello, hello. My name is Kathie J, and welcome to the Kathie J Show. In this episode, we are talking about your skin. Here in Colorado, we get over 300 days of sunshine a year, and we are at a higher elevation. So I decided to ask my skincare guru to come on in, everybody. This is Kaylee Slayton. She is the owner of Skin Glory Med Spa. She's also a medical esthetician, and she is my girl. She pokes, she shaves me, she does everything. Hello, Kaylee.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm glad you're here. Thank you. She also sings. I don't know if
I do.
So it's a real nice,
We're going to sing our way through this interview.
It's a really nice treatment when you go to Kaylee. She sings a little.
Yeah.
She shaves you a little. So at Skin Glory Med Spa, before you got your own place, you've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
You've been doing skin a long time.
Yep. 15 years now.
15 years.
12 working for other places, and then three and a half years on my own.
Yes. Yeah. And you are glorious. Skin Glory Med Spa.
It is glorious.
So I have sent so many women to you, from my daughters who are as young as 9 years old to my mom, who is an old woman. I can't say her age, but also my girlfriends are different races, different ages, and they all have had success with you. So you know your skin.
Thanks.
So that's why I wanted you to come in. It is summertime, and let's talk to everybody.
Yeah.
I actually learned some stuff today preparing for this interview.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start.
A lot of sunscreen here.
A lot of sunscreen, if you didn't see. And
Talking
some of
all
it,
things sunscreen.
some of it is good, some of it not so good. So let's talk about, first off, our sun, our skin. Why is it more damaging here in Colorado for us?
Yeah, so I always tell people at 5280, we are a mile closer to the sun, and we have to account for that mile.
Right.
And then we are all hiking, so we're all going up these 14ers, and then the higher up we go, the closer we are to the sun. On top of that, it's a very harsh climate here in Colorado.
Yeah.
So there's
very
really
dry.
no moisture. And so it just sucks the life right out of your skin. So you got a harsh climate, and we're a mile closer to the sun, which equals a lot easier to get sun damage, a lot easier. And the sun is the number one thing that's melting our collagen away, which is exactly what's holding our faces up.
The collagen keeps us puffy, right?
Yes,
puffy and firm.
It keeps us firm and tight, and the gravity mixed with the sun exposure is just making everything fall, and it's very sad.
And our age,
Age. Intrinsic aging, extrinsic aging. Yeah, so we need to help fight against the sun exposure. I always tell people, I'm never going to tell people to stay out of the sun. We're a very outdoorsy.
Yes, we are.
State.
We love outdoors.
People like to be outside in the sun, hiking and biking and in the pool and all that, but we can protect our skin, which is what we got right here.
Yes. Okay, so let's see. So if people already have, what are the signs of sun damage? Let's start there.
Yeah, and so even from an early age, my daughter asked me, she's like, Mom, what are all these freckles or these spots on my face? I said, that's sun damage.
Okay, so freckles, as in the cute freckles that everyone loves,
they're cute.
Means you have sun damage.
They're cute when you're 9. They're not cute when you're
No, they are.
49.
Taylor Swift made them very cute. Well, maybe not 49.
49.
Right. So freckles
they don't look the same.
Freckles are what turns into sun damage, is what turns into skin cancer?
Yeah, so you have the younger ones that have more genetic freckles. You know, I didn't really have a ton of freckles when I was a kid, maybe a couple on my nose. But then as we get older, then the spots show up. They're a little different than the cute little freckles on our nose. They're not as cute.
No.
And then I also can tell by the texture of the skin. And so I just noticed, approaching 40, I'm like feeling my chest. I'm like, oh, that's sad. I could feel it's not as smooth as it once was. And now I'm about to go hard on my poor chest.
When you say go hard, you're about to douse it in collagen?
I'm
what are
going
you
to do
about
all
to do?
kinds of stuff. I'm going to do more products. I bring everything down to my neck and chest when I put on my products in the morning, but I need to do more treatments.
Okay.
So I have plans. I got peels,
we got plans. Okay.
microneedle, BBL. I'm going to throw the whole thing at it.
So let's talk about that, throwing the whole thing at somebody, and then we're going to get into the products. So for people out there that have the sun damage, is it too late for them?
Absolutely not.
Like the people that wore baby oil while they were standing outside doing road construction.
Absolutely not. Is this a good place for a picture?
Yeah, this is the sun damage.
Is this a good place for an 80-year-old client of mine?
Look at that. So he's 80 years old.
One treatment,
you take off all those spots.
Yes, we did one treatment, and you can literally see with one treatment, 80 years old, how much not only his texture improved, but how much of the sun damage that we removed.
And when you say sun damage, you're saying like any of those big spots could turn into skin cancer.
Yes, and this
Why?
is what I tell people. So this is what happens is our sun gets damaged, and then as we get older, and I always show the arms because the arms are usually
Easily
the ones
damaged.
The spots stop being like smooth texture and they start being more of like a waxy texture. You can tell the difference. It's different than like the normal skin, and that's what we usually call an actinic keratosis, an AK. Those AKs are precursors to squamous cells, which is precursor skin cancer.
Okay.
So it's a progressive process. The older we get, the more sun exposure we get, the older our skin gets, the more chance they have to mutate. So it's actually very, very dangerous to not be taking care of our skin, especially in Colorado. And skin cancer is the highest rising cancer in America right now.
Yeah.
And people don't realize how much danger that they are in. And you don't want to start having the doctor cutting into your ears and your nose because we got skin cancer. So
Right. It is so scary. Okay, so let's talk about the products that we can use, and then we can get into some of the treatments, and we'll cut, so the products, we brought this. So when I asked Kaylee, I said, Kaylee, what do I need to make sure? I'm sending the girls, we're going to Target. I want to know what skincare you approve. And you were like, make sure that it has a zinc level of...
The active ingredient needs to say zinc oxide, and it needs to be a 9% or higher.
Okay.
For me to be Kaylee approved.
Okay, good. So we went and we got like the ones that would be popular, like like this one, like it's a 50 SPF.
Yes,
there's no zinc in it at all. So this is a no. So if it doesn't have zinc, it should not be something you're putting on.
Let me explain why.
Okay. All right, Kaylee, why don't you explain to everybody?
Let me
You can put it up here where everybody can see it. All right.
And so
this is amazing.
If you see where there's a red line down the middle, there's only a fourth. It's going to be hard for me with the microphone. But where the fourth, there's only a fourth. Yes, right there. That little section right there where her finger is, that's what SPF protects you from, sun protective factor. It's only protecting you from a fourth of the rays, the entire spectrum across that is the whole spectrum of light that you're exposed to in the sun.
But the stuff that we're doing is only protecting us
Yes.
from here.
So SPF, people are like, oh, my SPF is 100. I'm like, it's protecting you from this much of the rays.
Okay.
You need the entire spectrum of light. Zinc is the only thing that comes close to protecting you from all those rays.
Is this top blue line.
Yes. It's a mineral.
So
it comes from the ground.
That's why you want zinc oxide and everything. Okay.
And then titanium dioxide, that's what's in a lot of people's makeup. That's also a mineral, so it's great to have, but it's not protecting you except for just the SPF, just a little tiny fourth. The burning rays, the aging rays, which is your fine lines, wrinkles, sunspots, and cancer. That is not getting protected at all by your SPF.
What?
At all.
What?
I'm telling you.
Okay, so all of that, even you saying it is confusing, but I mean, you know more than me.
Yeah,
go ahead.
So here's the whole spectrum of light you're exposed to in the sun.
I see it, yeah.
SPF's only protecting you from this. Zinc's protecting you from more, so you really want to have a zinc oxide that's protecting you from now. Where you're not getting protected here is where I say your vitamin C comes into play.
Okay.
Full coverage car insurance, baby.
Full car, okay, so if you were to do three things, and she's going to repeat it again, three things are for your full car insurance, it is... Go ahead.
Zinc-based sunscreen.
Why do you go down?
Because my pillar's like my little stool to keep everything balanced.
Okay. We're doing a three-parter stool.
This is my three-part stool.
Well, you should put it on the table then.
Because if you don't have if you have one of the legs is off, you're gonna fall on your gear.
All right, what is it?
So you got your zinc-based sunscreen.
Yes.
Your medical grade vitamin C, and your Retin A.
Okay.
Those are the pillars of skincare.
Do I need medical grade Retin A?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Retin A, vitamin C, and
those are the
zinc.
two products. I'm like, they really should be medical grade.
Okay. So
pillars
you say medical grade, and I go, ooh, I don't know if I can afford medical grade. You know, everybody freaks out. But before we get to medical grade, these are other products that you had me looking.
You can't afford not to. Let me tell you.
Thank you for saying that. Tell
everybody.
everybody.
Let me tell you, you could spend $150 on a great vitamin C. It'll last you about 6 to 9 months.
Oh.
Or you could spend thousands of dollars, cutting into your skin and reversing a bunch of sun damage because you weren't preventative. Just saying. Just saying. So you could.
Okay, so you can go to Kaylee Skin Glory Med Spa and get
and I'll recommend some things.
The vitamin C that you have.
Yeah.
And it'll last you 6 to 9 months. Yes, and it'll avoid you the thousands of dollars of the skin
and
damage.
treatments.
Okay, all right. Well, you just spanked me on that. It's fine. This is my daughter's moisturizing lotion.
Okay.
And what's one we've been using? No zinc in that either. So that was.
But you don't consider that her sunscreen,
well,
right?
this is her face lotion, so she puts this on every day, and this would be her sunscreen. So you're saying that's definitely.
I always tell people, it doesn't have avobenzone in it, so I'm not. And it does have zinc in it.
It does?
It's a 7% zinc. So I will take it for your daughter.
Okay. All right. Because she's younger.
Yes. We will prove. Actually, that's actually not a bad product.
Have you heard of this Vanicream? This one, I thought you'd be impressed that it was 17% of zinc.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
So tell me, this is where I get confused. You have a lot of sunscreen over here, but this is the stuff that I wouldn't want to put my makeup on top of.
Yeah. So
explain to me how I do makeup with sunscreen.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
So a lot of this is that we have here on the table is actually what I use like when I go to the pool, I go to Waterworld, Elitch's.
These are the basics.
These are
spray
my body.
You down.
Yeah, and they're all zinc based. I get these on Amazon. Like this one, and it's more of a controlled spray, so you just spray it down your arm, as opposed to this like whole like whatever you did in the 90s, you know. But
right.
Now on a daily basis, this is what I use. This is Elta MD, and I love Elta MD. And this is like, I mean, it goes on really light.
Yeah.
It's
got a tint in it.
It has a tint, so I almost consider it like a base for my makeup. And so, and this one actually has antioxidants in it, which is why it says AOX.
Yeah.
Now that camera.
Yeah. Elta MD. This has you like this whole line.
I love the whole line.
All right, cool. Okay, so
and
Elta
so
MD.
it goes on like you can't even see
Look
it.
at that.
Come
it takes off those spots right
this
there.
This is not like the old school like lifeguards that had the like pink.
I'm
colored.
wondering because it's very hard. You have other products I see that also you can do with your makeup.
Yes, now I love this
is
one.
This
now
a powder?
Yes, it's IS Clinical.
How can a powder be an SPF? Come on.
Just tell me.
Come on, shut up.
You can't make this stuff up. So look at it's a brush. These are non-microbial, like so you can put it on a sweaty face and it's not going to break you out. It's not going to collect bacteria. Antimicrobial brush. Come on,
that's amazing.
And
okay,
so this is I love this for a reapply. This is what I use in my car because I drive into the sun on my way to work and I drive into the sun on my way home from work. And so I'm here. This is me.
Right. Most people we don't reapply.
On
we
my
don't reapply
because I don't want that rough, gross skin.
That is good to know. Okay, we're speaking today with Kaylee. Kaylee is my skincare guru. She is a medical esthetician. Most of you probably recognize her in Denver. Yeah. She's worked on all of our faces. She's telling us what we need to make sure that we have to protect ourselves. Let's talk about now when it comes to your treatments, because I've been in there, I think, for all of your treatments. I've been in there where you've lifted my brown spots off. Yep. That is the BBL.
Yes,
okay.
my
Tell
favorite.
everyone what that does.
My favorite. It's a light therapy treatment, not BBL, Brazilian butt lift.
I know, right? Trust me, I don't have one of those butts.
It's not about your booty. But it's a broadband light. It's a light therapy treatment, kind of like a laser, and it's going to do so much for the skin without crazy downtime. So it's going to lift your brown spots. It helps with redness, rosacea. It's going to stimulate your collagen. It even helps with acne. It helps with so many things.
Yeah, so many things.
And I have done probably thousands of them at this point in my career. It's like I am the BBL queen. I love them and I get great results. Great results.
Yes, you do. What else do you like?
So for sun damage, that's my go-to. And then I also like to do microneedling for people like who have melasma or have more deeper lines or even just fine lines and they want to just create collagen. Then we're doing microneedling. And then every so often, once we get to a place where your brown spots are lifted to a place where the BBL can't see it, then we're going to do peels.
And that's what I am at. That's the stage I'm at.
Yep.
So, but what I love about you is you don't give up.
No, we don't.
She does not give up. So
I want your brown spots gone more than you do, usually.
So, Kaylee, how can people? I mean, do you have something on your site where maybe you could take a photo of this? Like, how can we make sure? Because people would love to know your Amazon.
Yeah,
pics.
you know what I do? It's very simple. We can all search on any sort of search engine. I go on Amazon and I just search up zinc-based sunscreen.
Okay.
And then you get a whole mixture of what is in here. You want to make sure it's a 9% or higher. So
right.
I literally bought everything that Amazon had.
This one looks fun.
This one is my favorite. It smells like coconut. It's tinted.
She's like, this one has glitter. This one has this.
This has glitter.
Yeah. And this one is the one to go.
And it's zinc based.
So please, you can go to Skin Glory Med Spa is where you can find Kaylee. SkinGloryMedSpa.com.
SkinGloryMedSpa.com.
She's right off of Dayton and Arapahoe Road, right down near the DTC. And I go see her monthly, but people come see you, quarterly. But definitely make sure that there's no surprises popping up on their skin. But she does everything from Botox to shave to
whatever you need. Downtime,
whatever
no
you
downtime.
need. Yeah, so she's got it. So SkinGloryMedSpa.com. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, I'm going to have you come back, just so you know.
Awesome.
All right, deal.
Kathie J.